We have in the studio Elder Kayode Oso, former senior special assistant on value orientation, Ekiti State. Elder Oso, you're welcome to POF TV.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Hope you are doing great.
We thank God.
Thank you, sir.
You are a foremost participant in the Ekiti 2026 governorship election. That election has come and gone. It's been won and lost. What is your overview?
Thank you, sir. We are proud to the general election 2026. A lot of things happened within the ruling party that were not democratic enough. So that set the tone for what we witnessed in the general election. For the first time in the history of Nigerian politics and electoral process, we witnessed on the 28th June one of the poorest behavior of the electoral umpire, the security agencies that were to monitor and secure the electoral process, and the people of Ekiti. We witnessed what had never happened until that time, when the whole process was compromised. INEC were given a certain number of votes, a target. The APC agents that were brought to Ekiti were chased away. We witnessed open purchase of votes. We saw cash in most of the polling units. So it was one huge mess, too many, for our electoral process and democratic governance. It was a doomsday to politics and political process in Ekiti.
You are a member of the All Progressives Congress that was favored in that election result. Our expectation is that you are going to be happy that your party won.
It's not all about winning election. It's about the quality of the process. I'm a believer of these tools of Omoluabi, and throughout my entire life, I've lived consciously. So when things are not right, I find it so difficult to associate with such a thing. Because one of my philosophy about life is that the process defines the product. So if the process is terrible, there is no amount of manipulation that will make the product different. So if that is the electoral process through which APC got its victory at the poll, then it shows the governance that we follow will not focus on the people. It will be about those of the actors of that election, which is not good for the development of Ekiti and for the development of democracy as well. So I don't salute such process. I don't embrace such process. I want a situation where election will be won fair and without any hurtful rebound. During that process, some of our people who live abroad posted a video that they've just went to vote. And you could know in that video there is no presence of any kind of activities we witnessed in Ekiti here. The whole thing was peaceful, and if you are not even part of the process, you wouldn't have believed election was going on in that particular environment. So they went to the poll. Nobody was supervising them. They top print and they came back with their cards. No hassles, no protest of any kind, no purchase of votes. And that is why those environments are working. You understand? So the focus in those development area is the people and the quality of service that they want to bring into the system. But when we look at what we did on that 20 June, it is anti-democratic process. It was anti-people. Because if the people were wise enough, they wouldn't have taken a dime to vote. And not only that, a lot of things happened during that election. We saw people who were being given cards, which I believe were the cards they got from the INEC. People who were not the original owner of those voters' cards were being given cards openly.
At the polling units?
No, in one particular place that, okay, take this with money, go and vote.
Okay, how would they be would they be affirmed as the authentic owner by the register?
The voting machine they brought to Ekiti. I saw people who voted without proper accreditation. So the people they brought here did not reject anybody. You understand? So you just go there, either you are the owner of the card or not, you are able to vote. That was exactly what happened during that 2020.
So accreditation was really not...
the whole process was compromised. The whole process was manipulated.
By INEC?
I don't know, but we saw it everywhere. People that were given card, go and vote. They were not the original owner of the card. Yeah, with money, go and vote, and they will. And we saw them voting. And I interviewed some of the party agents, APC party agents. They even confirmed that the INEC officials at some of these police stations told them that they have target. So they did not stop anybody. Either you are the owner of that voter's card or not. So it was as terrible as that. So that was not election.
In the absence of the anomalies that you just pointed out, who in your estimation will have won the election? Or what party in your estimation?
APC will still have won without all those terrible acts, because the oppositions were not ready. You understand? So APC will still won without any manipulation. APC in Ekiti was well organized. They've done it severally, but when you look at those oppositions, the PDP and the ADC, their internal arrangement were shoddy, and there wasn't any serious intention that they wanted to go to an election.
That is the opposition.
The oppositions. So without all those dark acts, APC will have still won.
For those who know you as a staunch member of the Kayode Oso faction within the APC, they will say your criticism of the process as at now is still based on the fact that you belong to a particular group within the APC. You
see, the problem within Ekiti is that since I came back to this state in 2018, on a daily basis, I've seen strange things. People here find it so difficult to accept the truth. They find it so difficult to be honest in their words and actions. So when you are speaking from the aspect of honesty and truth, because most of these Ekiti people today lack such quality.
Quality of?
Honesty, dignity, and the likes. So they are bound to misinterpret your factual position to mean something else. So whatever they say will not change the fact that what happened on June 20 was pure shenanigans. So inside their own mind, when they are alone, they tend to speak the truth to themselves. But for them to come out and say it the way it is, they see it as disloyalty and all sort. But I don't live double life. The way I live in my closet is the way I live outside. And my children, they know me for that. And those that are to me, that truly know me, they know that this is Kayode. You understand? I did not start this today. While I was in JKM government, and these people were saying they wanted to pick Oyebanje, I said, this man cannot even go by local government. Because I knew he did not have such capacity.
Even then?
Even then, while I was in that government. So it was not today. So it has nothing to do with Engineer Kayode Oso.
Why do you think he had no capacity as at that time?
Yes, because when you bring a man to lead the people, you look at where that man is coming from, what he has truly done, that earned people's applaud. When you couldn't see such, rather it was lie here, lie there, cooking series of lies, then you will know such a man do not have any special capacity. So I pick him from that foundation, from his presence in Ekiti State politics since 1999, without anything you can point to that this is what this man has done.
We understand that he was the secretary of the Ekiti Creation Committee.
I've heard this severally, but I can tell you the organization he later acted as secretary was a social group. That wasn't the committee that the government set up for the creation of Ekiti. The committee that was set up by the government on the creation of Ekiti was headed by a lawyer. I've forgotten his name. He has a chamber in Nakura and Abuja.
But we're talking about the committee headed by Chief Deji Faswa.
It was a social committee of Ekiti citizens.
They pushed for the creation of Ekiti.
There are a lot of other social organizations that agitated for the creation of Ekiti. You understand what I'm saying? So it wasn't an official platform by the government or the only platform that was created by Ekiti people. There were other platforms that agitated for the creation of Ekiti. And it was not the original secretary. It was when the man that was appointed as secretary had to travel out of Ekiti.
Eric Teniola.
And it was at the...
Was that Eric Teniola?
Yes, and it was at the end of the whole exercise that he has been the one doing the typing and the people now seconded him. That they don't need to appoint or elect another secretary that should complete what is supposed to have started. So that is what they are flying, which was not true. So this is the situation in Ekiti. They want to twist facts. They want to inflate things that are not real. So I don't know when we become such.
We understand that he was also a personal assistant to the first civilian governor of Ekiti State.
You see, I was not here, but what I heard then was that he is Adeni's boy.
Not a personal assistant.
I don't know the office. I don't know the office he had then, but we know those that were actors in that period. Honorable Bumi from Ikole was more pronounced in that administration than him. So we know those that were really players in that era. So being a personal assistant to the then first executive governor of Ekiti, what did that translate to in the development of Ekiti? Unless they want to tell me that he is the one that come up with this idea or that idea. But in the absence of that, I was essay of valorization to Dr. John Kayode Fayemi, and by the grace of God, we have a syllabus today. We have textbooks in that short period of time that will prepare for classroom teachings on values education. And that will be there as long as there's government in Ekiti. So you should tell us one or two things of that standard that he did.
He also became the secretary to the government of
Don Kayode Oso. I will enjoy you bring those that were in that cabinet to this television station. He was a yes boy.
Even as
a secretary to the state government, he will always want to support whatever Dr. John Kayode proposed, which the governor will most of the time also disagree with him. You understand? So the fact is there that he did not even join any debate at that level. So we were in that government all together and we knew what was happening during that period. He will only raise hand to support whatever the governor proposed.
Were you in the cabinet then?
I wasn't there, but I have friends there. And I work with two commissioners.
Okay, now let's look at his first term. Do you think his first term as the governor of Ekiti State must have perhaps sufficiently equipped him enough to carry on in the next term?
You see,
do better.
You see, when you look at the past 4 years, the only thing that is different in the whole Lado that happened to be the state capital is that terrible overhead bridge.
Why terrible?
That bridge is terrible in design and in the location. It is only Ekiti that you find an overhead bridge erected within 2 straight lines, where you have double lane. You will now have an overhead bridge in between. An overhead bridge that started within the 2 double lane and ended within the 2 double lane. So it's only Ekiti here that you have the resemblance of that. I've never seen that anywhere. Lagos State is highly populated and there is always challenges of huge traffic. You won't see such bridge in Lagos. The whole Egbeda local government is bigger than the entire Ekiti. There is no single overhead bridge in the whole Alimosho area. No single one. Ikoto Ipaja is a very busy place. Isheri, Igondo, Yanoba is also a very busy place. There is no single overhead bridge in all those places. So there is no single reason to have such at that location, if not to feed their greed and lust for cheap money. That is not what we want in Ekiti. When you traverse the entire Ado, that is the state capital, more than 80% of the intra roads are untarred. 80%. So why can't he take care of those roads within streets to make Ado a worthy state capital like we have in other places? Akure is bigger than Ado. Where do you see such a terrible overhead bridge in Akure? And most of the street roads in Akure are that. So that is what we expect him to do. So outside that bridge, what other thing do we point to in Ado? That this is a worthy and laudable legacy of Ubanji for year first time. Nothing.
Do you see him doing better in his second term?
The fact remains, old dog don't learn new trick. It will always be Abiodun Abayomi Ubanji. So nothing new. If the second time is not going to be worst, it can be better. That is fact.
People of the Fountain.